Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 27 of the New England Patriots, almost said road to the show, connected franchise here on Madden NFL 25 on the PlayStation 4. And this week we're going up against the LA Aftershocks. And as you can see, the trade offers for Dante Hightower are still rolling in here. The highest offer being a second-round pick from the Washington Redskins. That is very enticing, but it is something I'm going to be patient with, just because if we do sustain a major linebacker injury, Hightower is going to be very much needed. So if I do decide to trade Hightower, I'm going to be waiting till pretty much the trade deadline to do it, which is week 8, I believe. So anyway, we're going up against the LA Aftershocks, and that is the St. Louis Rams. They moved to Los Angeles after year 1 of this franchise, so they're in LA. They're the Aftershocks with some crazy uniforms and all that good stuff that comes along with being a creative team in this game. You can see Eric Decker and Devontae Pravi are out this week. We do get Sean Lee back, and on the Aftershock side of things, Javon Gibbons, the, I believe, either rookie or second-year wide receiver, is out. That only a 77 overall, but their receiving core is not that good, so that's actually a bit of a blow to them. After Tavon Austin's a bit of a drop-off, and Gibbons had been productive for them, even though with the quarterback play they've gotten out of Sam Bradford, it has not been a great group, and it has not been a great offense for this Rams team. They're 0-3, this Aftershocks team, and they're a pretty bad team, and I'm thinking this has got to be an easy win. We're 1-2 heading to this game. We need a bounce-back week after a tough loss against Denver last week, so this is the perfect opportunity for it. The Aftershocks start, and you can see Gabe Minor is the quarterback for the Aftershocks. Sam Bradford has been benched, and Minor is getting the start this week, who is a tall quarterback who can run a little bit, so probably there's a dual threat, and I think could pose some issues for us. But nonetheless, you can see we're going to be challenging this deep catch from Tavon Austin, and the ruling on the field is going to be reversed. That the replay showed that his left foot was out of bounds. It would have been his second foot, but he was not in. So here we go, 3rd and 4, and they end up completing that one. But I challenge it once again because the little L2 thing came up for the second straight play, and I was like, well, why not? And this time we were not so successful. This one actually is upheld, so we lose a timeout in the Rams, or the Aftershocks. I'm going to be getting that mixed up all episode long. Get a first down. Now in the next play we end up sending a blitz, but that's going to be caught by the tight end, who's going to get all the way down the sideline. So now it is 2nd and 10 for the Aftershocks. Gabe Minor drops back out of the shotgun set. Pocket collapses, and there is Rob Ninkovich getting back there for the sack. So 3rd and 19 from the 44. Aftershocks looking to just get back in field goal range. That's going to be a little screenplay to Zach Stacy, but he stops at the 39-yard line. So this is a deep field goal attempt, and it's up and wide to the right. So the Aftershocks do not convert, and the Patriots take over from the 46-yard line. First play for them is an out route, a 4-yard pickup by the tight end right there, and a 2nd and 6. Looking over the middle, that's going to be Julius Thomas making the grab, holding on for a first down and a 7-yard pickup. Now from the 43, handoff to LeGarrette Blount, who's going to follow his blocker beautifully right there. Barker lays a great block on the defender. Blount with the stiff arm, and he's all the way inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now 1st and goal from the 8. Warren going to the right side, hits Jordy Nelson, who's going to get into the end zone for the score, and the Patriots get on the board first, and they will take a 7-0 lead after the ensuing PAT. Jordy Nelson continues his fantastic season. If you guys were at the live stream for the offseason, you would know I was, I wouldn't say pressured to pick him up off of the free agency list or whatever when preseason came around, but it was heavily suggested that I do so, and he's been a great pickup so far. So 3rd and 10 for the Aftershocks from the 47. Bradford's in the game now after Gabe Minor sustained a minor injury. He'll be back soon. But Devin McCourty's there for the interception on the deep ball. He gets the pick just short of the end zone, so we run this one out to about the 17-yard line. But take a look at McCourty playing great over-the-top safety help, and he gets the interception. He's had a great season so far, and he continues it in week 4. Now to the right side, and that was a terrible decision on my part, trying to force something there on 3rd and 8 and try to get a first down. Our offense started scuffling a little bit. The Rams, much like the Seahawks in week 1, ran a zone press passing coverage scheme, which is, I am terrible against the zone. You can see here our offense is starting to sputter a little bit after the Aftershocks got a field goal on that last drive. On our next drive, Michael Brockers gets a 3rd down sack. That's going to force 4th down to the Rams, or the Aftershocks get the ball back from the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 right side. It's going to be, that is David Geddes for the first down, or actually he's going to be stopped just short, but 2nd and inches, hand off to Zach Stacy, makes a man miss, and is across the 40 inside of the 35-yard line. That's a first down for the running back Zach Stacy. And now Stacy gets a counter handoff right there, gets leveled, but he picks up the first down nonetheless. Now 3rd and 3 from the 17. Here is Gabe Minor back in the game. He gets hit as he throws. That's going to fall incomplete, and the Aftershocks would settle for a field goal, but they get the ball back here after our offense once again punted away. So the Aftershocks with the ball That's a first down to Jared Cook to the 48-yard line. Now 1st and 10, 6:30 to play in the second quarter. Minor to the right side. That is going to be Cook once again picking up a second straight grab. 2nd and 1 coming up from the 39. Hand off to Zach Stacy, who picks up a block on the counter play. He's down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way into the end zone for the score. A gaping hole in that Patriots defense right there led to an easy touchdown run for Zach Stacy. Great blocking by the Aftershocks, and they have taken the lead 13-7. What an embarrassing game so far for the Patriots. I would honestly say the Aftershocks might be one of the worst teams in the NFL based on just some of their stats and the fact that they're 0-3. We're losing to them right now late in the second quarter, and that's intercepted once again. This zone passing defense was really just messing with me. I mean, I'm not good against the zone, and this game has been pretty good evidence of that. But there we go. Brian Quick is going to pick up the first down right there on a big gain. Now 3rd and 5 for the Rams from the 33. Minor tries to hit his man Geddes once again, but he drops it after the hit. So 4th and 5 coming up from the 33. Another deep field goal attempt. The Aftershocks 2 for 3 on the day. That's going to make it 2 for 4. Another miss, and they've now missed out on 6 points. Could be 19-7, but instead it's 13. But we're just going to give the ball right back. James Laurinaitis with the interception once again. I just could not figure out this passing scheme early on in the game. Hopefully we can right the ship in the second half, but for now our defense is going to have to get a stop here. Do not want to go into the half down by 2 possessions. 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Minor on the crow route. That's going to be caught. Timeout, the Aftershocks, and now 3rd and 4 from the 29. Minor, he's going to look left side, almost intercepted, but that's going to fall incomplete. So they settle for a field goal, and we're going to go into the half down 16-9. A very disappointing first half for the Patriots. They have not played well really at all this season. I mean, coming in 1-2, we did have a win in week 2. Obviously, our week 1 and 3 games are very tough against the Broncos and the Seahawks, but nonetheless, we have not really played well for an extended stretch of time yet. And now we're looking to go deep, and honestly, I don't know how the defensive back made this play. Check this out. I'm going to freeze frame it here. Shady Monroe is perfect inside position right there. There's no way that this short little defensive back should be able to body Monroe enough to get in front of him. I don't know how Monroe gave up inside position on that. That was a pretty stupid play in my opinion, but the defense, this is where the defense started to really step it up. So we get the ball back now on a punt. Julian Edelman, one of the best in the game at punt returning, is going to get this one across the 50, inside of the 40 to the 35, right at about the 31-yard line. A huge punt return, and we're already in field goal range, and now all we have to do is not mess this up. Jordy Nelson is there, and he's going to get brought down by his face mask. He'll tack on 15 yards to that, and that's going to give the Patriots position inside of the 10-yard line all the way, actually to about the 10. Now 3rd and 1, we're going to hand it off to Akeem Okonkwo, and he's going to get into the end zone for the score, and the Patriots have their second touchdown of the game, cutting the lead down 16-13. And we're going to go for 2 here, being down by 1. Better than being down by 2 in my opinion, just because if they score again, even if it is a touchdown. So here I'm picking a play from the shotgun set with a couple nice crossing routes, basically what I like to do in short yardage situations. But check out this massive hole that is opened up. The Aftershocks only have 1 linebacker lined up. They have 4 down linemen, but 2 of them are basically right next to each other. So there's a huge hole right there. I noticed that, audible to the run play, and Okonkwo gets in. Okonkwo got a lot of the second half carries. Blunt did not perform well in the first half, so I substituted Okonkwo in the second half, and he really picked it up. So I realized that I was not going to be able to pass the ball effectively and move the ball downfield against this Rams passing defense, so I decided to start running the ball a lot more, and I subbed in Okonkwo because Blunt wasn't getting the job done. So Okonkwo up the middle once again, getting another first down right there. Actually, I believe he's going to be stopped just short. 3rd and 1 coming up. So I formation, we're going to go play action set. And here we go. Thomas beats his man James Laurinaitis, but somehow Laurinaitis catches up. Don't ask me how this happened. I guess it was a bad angle. There wasn't enough space in the corner there, and Thomas had to kind of go back a little bit, allowing Laurinaitis to take an inside angle and kind of cut this route short a little bit. I mean, a nice leap right there. I guess that's how it happened, but I don't know. Another interception. I guess you can pin that one on me. Wasn't the best decision, but I don't know. That seemed like a stupid play to me. Akeem Toledo getting the ball right back as we're in the start of the 4th quarter right here. This was actually the first play of the 4th quarter, and Talib gets us the ball back and gets a nice return right there, putting us on the 42-yard line in great position to try and take a lead right here. So we're going to play it safe once again. Little screenplay to Okonkwo is going to get about 6 or 7 yards on that play. Now 3rd and 3. We're going to look to go short once again in the passing game, and we're trying to go to the outside right there. Laurinaitis could have ended up with another interception right there if he had made a play on the ball, but he had his head turned. Now Okonkwo gets the ball, and check this play out. He gets hit at about the 5, looks like he's down, but somehow stumbles his way into the end zone, and we end up picking up the touchdown. Check out this play. He gets hit right at the 5, even before the 5-yard line, and somehow uses his strength, keeps his legs moving. So we were calling the same play with crossing routes. This time we don't audible. Play doesn't really work out, but Julius Thomas finds himself wide open in the end zone. he gets the touchdown, or he gets the 2-point conversion, so we go up by 7. This is what I was talking about with going for 2 earlier. Now we get to go up by 7. If they don't score, even if they had scored a touchdown, that 2-point conversion would have tied it. So nonetheless, we get the ball back here, up by 7, and trying to move the ball down the field. You can see we're going to the passing game a little bit more, but still playing it safe, you know, nice short routes, trying to run the West Coast offense like it is meant to be run. Even though we don't actually run the West Coast playbook, I still believe we have a lot of principles of the West Coast offense, a lot of short dink and dunk routes and stuff like that. That's the game I like to play with Pop Warren, and it's being effective on this drive. Borky picks up 12 yards right there, and now it's going to be a play action. Warren scrambling to the right, trying to get to the end zone, and he gets to the corner. He's in for the score, and we take a 14-point lead with only about 5 minutes to play at this point. A nice clock-eating drive right there for the Patriots, going up by 2 possessions. Now, in the ensuing drive for the Rams, Rob Ninkovich would be banged up on a play. We'll have to wait for an update on him. That could be a big blow, but 90 seconds left, 4th and 9. Game on the line for the Aftershocks. They go short, but David Geddes is tackled short of the first down marker. And we have an injury update on Rob Ninkovich, broken collarbone. So that's a big hit to our front 7. We do get Sean Lee back next week, so that's good. And we have some extra depth after we signed Haloti Nada, and we still have Chandler Jones, who hasn't played much this year. So Jones will get a shot at starting, I believe, on the left side. So it's not the biggest blow in the world, but Ninkovich obviously had a great season for us last year, and we'll miss his production. So nonetheless, that's pretty much going to do it. We end up picking up the 30-16 victory. Slow start, but we pick it up in the second half. We end up outscoring them 23-0 in the second half, and I thought we played pretty well. Defense especially really stepped that up when we needed to, getting those stops when our offense was sputtering. So that's pretty much going to do it. Warren finishes with 200 yards and a touchdown. Akonko ends up rushing for 75 yards and only 18 carries. Nice day out of him. Receiving wise, Nelson leads the way. No shock there. And that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out.